The Japanese Nikkei index has just reacted exactly as we wanted to this daily demand level that I described in my previous Japanese yen and Nikkei index analysis. Refer to the previous video so you can see a more in-depth analysis, but I'm just going to review this trade that I mentioned in that video. In that video, I show you a powerful daily demand level over there that was created after the new prime minister was elected. This gap was created during the last Sunday, 2 weeks ago, I believe. And bullish gaps, as I explained in that video, tend to be filled. And price usually goes to the origin of the move, which happens to be the strongest imbalance in a long time. When we zoom out, there is not a single rally on Nikkei that is as strong as this one. This one is a daily demand level that played out too. This one too. Both of them. This is very weak, but this is quite strong. So what happened? I recorded a video when price was about there, and I was here, I believe. And I was talking, well, breakout trading is not a good idea because after such a strong rally, we must wait for the pullback. And after 4 or 5 days, Nikkei index, this is the CFD, and the last 10th of October 2025 reached that level, and it's scary. If you look at the smaller time frames and you see that, it's like, oh my god, I'm not going to go, this is 4 hour, I'm not going to go long, no way, it's a short bias. Well, it reverses. Why did it reverse? Because the Nikkei index, the CFD, and also the futures, Nikkei futures, had this strong demand level at 45,000, I believe, more or less, in control. And guess what? Price dropped and bounced right from demand. And if you were patient enough to wait for these days, then this was a really, really nice trade. Okay, congratulations. So now it's all about managing those long positions like a professional trader. So let's break it down. Let's see what's happening, what happened, and using pure supply and demand imbalances. As I said, this is the strongest bullish impulse. And then if we pull up the Nikkei index futures, this is the futures market on the daily time frame, NKD, the same thing. This daily demand was reached the 16th of October 2025, and look at the reaction. So now it's all about managing the position. Okay, adding new ones, you need new strong levels. This is where the decline started on Nikkei index futures. So we should be managing our positions and not adding long positions because this could repeat. Okay, so as price approach the daily demand in the smaller time frames, you're going to see probably reactions from down there. Look at that, very strong bearish impulse, one of the strongest bearish candles on the daily, and then it reverses. Why? Because the daily demand level took control. The gap was filled. The origin of the move was here, much lower, at around 45,444, and that's where price reacted. On the daily, we can see this piercing pattern, dodgy, the highs are broken, and now it's trying to rally. It's time to manage the position. So both the Nikkei futures and Nikkei CFDs have reacted sharply to that demand zone we were mentioning in our previous analysis, confirming once again how precise supply and demand trading can be when we wait patiently for price to return to the imbalance. And the same happened with Nikkei, as I said before, the CFD. Let's go back. Yeah, this is a CFD. Okay, so after several days of decline, the demand level is reached. Okay, and look at the reaction. This level took 2-3 days to be formed, 4-5 days to retrace, and then the imbalance played out. These imbalances acted like magnets for institutional orders. They were created by them. where professional traders and funds had been waiting to accumulate long positions, because after such a strong rally, buying here is suicidal, because if you buy lots of contracts over here, over there, and there's like a cluster of contracts over here, this is the average might be of your purchases would be like here, more or less. But if you start buying here, then the average would be here. So it's going to be much more difficult to manage these positions. They want to have as many orders in the same area. So these pockets of demand are created, and price usually returns to them after a very strong rally. So once price hit that level, we saw an immediate bullish reaction. A clear signal for demand is in control, obviously, because the proximal line was hit. And this is where patience pays off. Most retail traders on pullbacks, they will be waiting, probably selling short with this super strong candle, but we should be thinking of going long. So if you are holding long positions from these area demand on Nikkei index and Nikkei futures, this is the time to manage the position, as I said before, because we have the strongest bearish impulse in a long time. We are expecting the elimination of that impulse, but we don't know. We cannot assume that this is going to happen. We do know that this is a very strong bearish impulse, and we should be managing our positions and not adding to it. As I said before, the move away from demand confirms the control shift. But remember, as always, we let the charts breathe. Okay? So let's see. This Nikkei bounce is not magic. It's the market simply doing what it does when price becomes too cheap and the strongest demand level in a long time gains control. This is what usually happens. Supply and demand and patience should be our edge. If we do what everybody does, we're going to lose money. We need to find an edge, and supply and demand is. So no need of indicators. You don't need any news. Although I was talking about the creation of this daily demand on Nikkei, this gap was because of the elections in Japan. And this is it. Supply and demand, patience. The focus now is on managing existing long positions. There's no need to chase now to add positions after such a strong rally, trying to pick the tops. That's not what professional traders do. Let's see what happens, because there are other Japanese yen assets or cross pairs that some of them already reached, like the Aussie yen, I believe. Or trying to, yes, that one over here was reached to, it's trying to rally again. So, and this was also described on the video analysis. So let's see what happens. If you like this video, click on the like button, and if you need any help, just send me a message. Have a great day.